Hey guys, welcome to another video on how to make millions of credits in Star Wars: The Old Republic. So basically, I think I'm going to be making a video like this one about every time a new patch hits and a new pack comes out, because I think it's important for me to kind of show you guys what I think are like good things to buy off the GTN for low prices right now, so that you can make a profit off them if you buy them for that price. And I think that really helps. Some people, I've gotten a little bit of good feedback from the other video I've done where I said, buy Zakulan Exile blasters or buy a Snowtrooper gear. And so I think I'll do that again for this pack. The new pack that's just come out is the Anarchist pack, and so I'll just let you guys know what I'm buying right now at really low prices, which I'm hoping to make a profit off in the future. And the first thing is, as you can see here, I've purchased a classic Vibra Sword for 45,000 credits. This is literally just literally just a great thing to buy. Right now, as you can see, I've already begun stacking them up like crazy. I have a bunch of classic Vibra Swords here, and I have classic lightweight Vibra Swords here. And honestly, I would suggest buying about as many of these as you can, as long as they're under 50,000 credits. When you go up here, as you can see, the lightweight Vibra Swords have gone pretty low. But the actual Vibra Sword, it's because the lightweight is only for marauders or people who can have an offhand sword or saber. The thing you want to buy is the classic Vibra Sword, and as you can see, 50,000 credits is already a great buy, as the next lowest one is 445,000 credits. But as long as you're persistent and you kind of check maybe every few hours just to see what the auctions are going for at that time, you'll often find, like how I did, you'll find auctions like these where you can pick it up for 45,000 credits. And I have all these ones I've bought here in my inventory. I've bought for around that price, 45,000. Some have been 30,000. Some guy put it up for 5 credits, which just means he just went here and he put it up like this. And as you can see, the 5 credits puts in, he just decided to create sale. I don't know if he was giving it away, he was being really kind, or if he just didn't know, but yeah, you even get those auctions like that. And I've been checking maybe once every 5-6 hours, so I don't check very often. And there's probably a lot of deals like those that I miss because they probably get bought up really quickly. Someone sees it and just quickly picks it up, like I do. But no, you do definitely find these. Once again, I'm on the Harbinger server, so a big population. Things often go very cheap here. So when I'm looking to buy things, I always have a character. Majority of my characters are on the Harbinger server, but if this isn't your main server, you should always have a character here to look up and see, what items are going for and buying things for very low prices. So that's the first thing I would suggest. Out of this pack, you should definitely be picking those up. Those I think are going to be worth a lot of credit. They're already worth a lot of credits right now, but in the future they're going to be worth a ton of credits. If you just once again look at how they look, anything to do with a sword is very cool. The only other thing in the game that's like this is the Cathar Honor Sword, and I think we all know goes for millions of credits. And actually, there's a lot of parallels between this and the Cathar Honor Sword in terms of how it's being released. For those of you who don't know, the Cathar Honor Sword, which came in the Contraband Cartel packs, in the Enforcers Contraband Cartel pack, right now it's a gold item, very rare, sells for upwards of 10 million of credits on this server and 50 million credits on other servers. But when it first was released, it was a silver item, the same how this one right now is a silver item, and it was quite a common drop, and the classic Vibra Sword is a pretty common drop. That's why you're going to end up seeing it show up on the GTN for 50,000 credits. And so excuse me, there's a lot of parallels between this and the Cathar Honor Sword. And as you can see, the Cathar Honor Sword, because of the fact that it was a sword and it looked really cool, was put up on the now is selling for crazy amounts of credits in the GTN. Yeah, this guy's got it right. It's the Hybrid Anarchist packs. They have not dropped down in price at all, which is just insane, and I'm going to be talking about that in a later video. But okay, so just this is droning out now. So yeah, buy this this classic Vibra Sword for 50,000 credits or under. It's gonna be a great buy. You're gonna be making so many credits in the future, because I think people are gonna be paying millions of credits for this. If you look at it right now, as you can see, it's a sword. It extends. It's got this little slant on your back when it's stowed away, and then how it looks with the actually the lightweight Vibra Sword as well just looks so cool. You look like a samurai or ninja or whatever. And I've seen a lot of people rocking this look, and this look of the two swords in PvP arena. So already a lot of people like it and they're buying it. Obviously, if you can pick up an Arbiter's lightsaber for cheap, good luck trying to find that deal. It's insane. But definitely the Swamp Rancor is something to look at. And the reason is on the Harbinger server right now, it's the cheapest Rancor, obviously, just because the pack has been released. That's the only reason it's a cheap Rancor, and you can pick it up for, I think, 3 million credits, or yeah, it keeps going lower. So I'm gonna wait till it hits around 2 million, maybe even lower than that, and I'm gonna be picking up a lot of them. And the main reason is because after the Swamp Rancor, the next highest Rancor is the Ridge Hunter Rancor for 9.8 million. But I have a Ridge Hunter Rancor on my Mercenary, and I picked it up for 3.5 million credits, and that was when the Cartel pack was first released, and it came out of the mid-rim pack, and when the mid-rim pack was released, there were a lot of them on the market, and so I picked up one for really cheap, and now you can see it's going for a lot of credit. So I know that when this pack gets embargoed, Rancors are always a very, very popular item. And so I know that, if I pick one up for 2 mil or less, I'm going to be able to sell it for 5, 6, 7 million in a few months, and I'm going to be making a huge profit off that. So I'm going to try to pick up as many of those as I can. I only have 18 million on this character, but I have 5 million on another character, and I have like 90 million on another character on the Bedouin colony. So I'm going to have enough credits to really rack up these. So that's one thing I'm looking for. The other thing I'm looking at is the Connoisseur Revolution, which, as you can see, it's dropping down, and I'm going to wait for this to drop maybe a little bit lower before I start picking them up. I'm going to pick them up really cautiously because I know that as time goes on and as more people open the pack, the prices of these will inevitably drop. But this is something I'm definitely looking at as well. The other one, which came out of, I think maybe it was the mid-rim, the Connoisseur Monocycle, which came out of the Deep Core pack. I remember this was selling for 500,000 credits when it first came out. I remember seeing it for, that low, maybe somewhere around 1,500,000 credits. And now, as you can see, it's a really rare mount in the game. Very few people have it, and it's being put up right now on the Harbinger for 12 million credits. So definitely the Revolution is something I'm going to be looking at. And when it drops low in price, I'm going to be picking them up. And hopefully I'll be able to sell these for something like 5 million, 6 million, 7 million in a few months when the pack gets embargoed and these start getting used up. Once again, it's a monocycle type mount as well with a flourish, and those are always popular, so I think it's going to sell great. So those are kind of the 3 items I'm looking at right now. Everything else I'm not too sure about. Personally, the Droid Companion is really, really cheap. You can pick it up on the Harbinger for 2.5 million credits, and maybe if you want to stack up on those, although I'm not sure how popular it's going to be in the future. I know what's really popular are the creature companions, the actual creatures. But droids are just so common in this game that these don't really sell that well on the GTN, from my experience. So I'm kind of reluctant to pick those up, even though they're so cheap. I am picking up the Darth Scotia's armor pieces for very, very cheap. I'm able to pick up the chest piece. I'm picking up the upper body armor. Since he doesn't have a helmet, I'm only looking at the upper body armor. So, oh god, okay. So there we go. So Scotia upper body armor, as you can see, it's really cheap, and I'm just picking them up. If they're under 30,000 credits, I pick it up. That's just the way I kind of control myself. Otherwise, I just buy everything off the GTN. But if it's under 30,000 credits, I pick it up. The upper body armor looks really cool, and I'm not sure how well it's going to sell in the future. It is just not a really. I don't see Scotia as a really popular character. He's just in the Inquisitor storyline, so you kill him, and yeah, but it looks pretty cool. So I think it'll be in the hundreds of thousands in a few months. So I'll pick him up for under 30,000 credits. That's another thing I'm buying. Do not concern yourself with anything other than the Zakul Knight Captain armor and the Underworld Anarchist armor, because honestly I don't see things like the Exiled Knight, the Mercenary Slicer, the Squadron Ace, or the Resistance Fighter really being those popular armor sets. They look really plain. I don't like their designs. I think they're really simple, and so I don't think these are really good things to go after. Maybe the Exiled Knight's upper, it looks pretty cool. Maybe the Exile Knight's upper, buy if it's really cheap. I'll see how it's going in a few seconds. But no, I would not suggest buying this or this. I really don't see their appeal, and I don't think they're going to be very popular armor sets. I think I've covered the majority of the items in this pack, which I think you should buy. Things like the blaster, I don't think it looks really cool. I mean, you're always, if it's really cheap and really cheap, I consider anything under 30,000 credits. Sure, you can't really lose out on that, but I'm talking that if you want to make the big credits, the big profit, buy things for 10,000 credits and sell it for hundreds of thousands of credits. I'm talking about those items. I really don't see many of those here. But let's check the Exiled Knight. And once again, just the upper. Unless he has a helmet, just focus on the upper. Who cares about the pants and the boots? Oh yeah. So if it's under 30,000 credits, buy it up. I'll buy it up if it's the chest piece look pretty cool. So I'll pick these up. But yeah. So those are the items I'd say look out for this pack. I think those are gonna do well, but again, on this pack, I'm a little iffy. I think because since they released the lightsaber in the pack, I think they kind of just slacked off on everything else, and I don't really think the items in here are that cool. Obviously, the things like the Swamp Rancor and the Revolution are really cool, but those are gold. Those are gold items, so they're very rare. And so if you open a bunch of the packs, you're not going to be getting a lot of those. But I will be looking to buy these off the GTN if they do drop in price. Once again, as I said in the chats, I'm waiting for the price of the Hypercrate to drop, but it hasn't really dropped at all, and it's really surprising to see just like how many people want that lightsaber, I guess, because they're getting it and they're not putting it up on the GTN. They're either using it or it's selling, because that's my only really hypothesis, that it's actually selling for people who are putting it up for 15 million, 17 million, 19 million credits. I don't buy unless it's like 5 million credits, so I'm not going to be picking up any of those, I guess. I've already opened 2. The videos will be coming soon on the video. I bought those using cartel coins, which I get because you guys are so nice and you use my referral link, which is in the description of my videos, and so thank you so much for that. And I use those, and I was able to get 2 Hypercrates, so the videos of those will be coming up soon. So I really hope this video helped. Those are things to look out for from this pack. Good luck finding great deals. It's always a thrill to find good deals, and I hope you guys make a huge profit. See you next time.